Hello, welcome back to Piano Practice Partner. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you enjoyed the last video lesson in which we were predominantly looking at dynamics. Here we go. Bring it down further so you can see it on the screen. And we explored what dynamics was. Basically, it's volume, essentially. And we discussed piano, not piano, piano, up to forte, and this sliding scale of mezzo piano, mezzo forte, and then we also had these two other extremes, pianissimo, which was very quiet, and fortissimo, which was very loud. We broke down this and then we applied it to the 2-5-1, where we were playing the 2-5-1 is C, and within that we're breaking down the chord in some improvised melody playing. But we were putting dynamics within that. So that's what we're going to be spending some time today doing. Remember, within your 2-5-1 practice, it's entirely up to you when you shift from the 2 to the 5 to the 1. And also, it's entirely up to you whether you play it in its primary position, whether you play an inversion. I would suggest getting used to some of the inversions that we've been learning together. Because also, shifting on some of that improvisation might be a bit easier so that you can focus on the dynamic range. So, feel free to get to grips with different versions of the 2-5-1, but focusing all the time on this sliding scale, and I'll leave this on the screen so you can quickly look up and just remind yourself, oh yeah, I haven't actually done any of mezzo forte yet. So really exploring the difference between and maybe if your piano allows you to go really quiet, which mine doesn't really because it's an electric. So that's the quietest I can go. Focusing on this, we're going to set 4 minutes on the clock. Let's just have a little play and enjoy the freedom and the exploration of improvising with a bit of dynamic range, depending on how we're feeling. Have fun, everyone. Remember, there's no rush. Play as slowly as you need to figure out some nice improvised melody with a good dynamic range. Are there any dynamics you haven't played yet? Halfway there. Final minute remaining. Last 30 seconds. Keep going. There we go. How was that? That was really fun. It wasn't always pretty from my end. There were some pretty shocking choices, but that's not the point. Again, we're just getting used to the feeling of this and playing big dynamic ranges and the emotion. Sometimes it comes out really well, sometimes less so, but the joy is in the discovery, right? So that was great. So now, what I'd like us to do, we're going to do another 4 minutes. If you remember back to our first improvisation video, we really focused on this C major scale. There's no black notes, and so we were free to play anything. Up and down. So I want us to come back to that because I think it was really simple to understand and useful for us to just apply some listening and playing without a lot of pressure. And so we can really lean into dynamics. Within that improvisation. So we're just going to play anything up and down the C major scale, and obviously we have the entire range of the keyboard at our disposals. So if you are getting stuck in this particular area, maybe after a little bit of time here, what happens if you go up here and then back down here, maybe further down here? Up to you whether you want to just use your right hand or whether you want to have some sort of root note pulse. Something just to have a little anchor. So you can be a single note if you want, or you can play a C major chord in any inversion you like. I'll leave that up to you. But whatever you do, have fun and remember, dynamic range. Away we go. Are there any dynamics you haven't explored? Don't miss the full range. Halfway there. Keep exploring. Is there a bit of the keyboard you haven't played yet? Less than a minute remaining. Keep going. Wow. How fun. I didn't do a lot of talking then because I was so immersed in what I was doing. I hope you felt the same. I just want to share with you what I was just playing with at the very end there because I really enjoyed it. And I think it just hopefully demonstrates to you and to me how far we've come from where we were playing just simple little improvisational lines in this C a couple of weeks ago, which was a really fun lesson. And I think it's had a really good response to that video, which I'm really happy about. But we'll just quite dryly, just getting used to moving our fingers and exploring. But now with dynamic range, right at the end there, I was just playing some like pedal notes here, so just keeping this low C sort of rumbling away. And I was like, already it has so much more to it, right? Ooh, funky note there. Hear the difference. And yeah, just fully improvised, fully, sloppy. It's not perfect. I hit that bum note. I think it might have been that one as on the way down as I was getting excited and, trying to play loud. So we'll build in more accuracy as we go and we'll get better at this instrument. But how fun that it's gone from these sort of like simple lines to that was still simple. I was still just playing on C major and adding maybe a few like extra notes at the same time. But with that dynamic range, all of a sudden the music comes alive. How thrilling. So I'm just going to leave it there for today because I think that's so much that we can just keep going back and practicing. Just put on the timer again with me and either practice a similar thing and just treat yourself to a different style of improvisation. So, obviously that time for example, I was just doing that. But I might try something that was a bit slower next time, There's no limit to what we can do here. So just keep restarting this timer with me on the video and just put your own new constraints within this to keep challenging yourself to improvising with dynamics in a slightly different context. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you've had a great time. I've really enjoyed that lesson. I'm going to do a bit more myself, and then I'm going to go enjoy the sun that is outside. I hope you have a lovely day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson on Piano Practice Partner.